Well, guys, you are not going to believe this. I no sooner got the case 1845C done, and I had a gentleman try to steal it. Now, I never really touched base on this, but we're not just rednecks. We're high-tech rednecks. We have cameras throughout our garage. Have one there, have one over there by the front door, and I also have another camera up here, right there. So we have the front door covered, we have the back door covered, and we also have just another camera coming in from the front door. So all the doors, windows, and everything are pretty much secured with the cameras at all times. And I guess I made that 1845C look too good because everybody's breaking in here trying to get to it, and we're catching them on camera. And I'll show you what we're talking about right here.
Warning, intruder alert. Warning, intruder alert.
All right, guys, the case 1845C is officially done. We have done a little bit of work with it just to make sure everything was purged of air and everything else. But now that we got this thing looking good, the next step is to get it running good or maintained good. It runs great. So the next thing is to get this thing maintained good. We kind of adopted the motto, making case great again, 2023. And we'll pull this thing outside, but before we do, just want to give a huge shout out to my brother-in-law, Jim Dugan. He works at Nolt's Auto, and Nolt's Auto is at a couple of locations up in Pennsylvania. He had a gentleman come in and he had some products for spray lubes, grease, as well as diesel additives and gasoline additives. And when he first showed up, my brother-in-law said, "Hey, we got a whole shelf full of stuff." And this guy said, "You might want to listen to what I have to say." So he did. And since they got the product in at Nolt's Auto, it's a pretty good seller for them. And you guys may have heard of this stuff. It's Fuel-Ox. We have a couple of products here. We have, and let me tell you, most people don't get their products in the spotlight. But man, here at Redneck Manufacturing, today only, we are going to put this in the spotlight. Fuel-Ox. This is a fuel additive for diesel, and I believe you can run this in gasoline as well. Yeah, it works in gas and diesel. So we're going to add a little bit of that to the skid steer today, as well as some spray lubricant. We have a few things in there that we can spray this on. And then we also have a couple tubes of grease. From what I understand, I don't know the details on it because rednecks don't read directions. I believe this is a plant-based lubricant. But Jim, my brother-in-law, said this is the stuff that you want to use. And he was so confident that he gave me a brand new grease gun. He said, "Don't mix the grease. Make sure that you use this grease only." And so, yeah, we're going to try this. Apparently, there was a gentleman by the name of Alec Taylor who came into the Nolt's Auto and introduced him to this stuff. And since they've been selling it, the sales have been picking up, on a daily basis. So Rand Taylor, I believe, is the owner of the company. The company is out of New Jersey. Now, whether this stuff is actually made in the U.S., I don't know, because rednecks don't read. But I believe it is. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and pull the case 1845 outside. We'll do a couple glamour shots on it, and then we'll show you how we're going to lube this thing up with all of the Fuel-Ox products. Let's get started.
I got something to say. I'm just so sick of hearing everyone complain. I know it's tough and I know there's pain, but hitting bottom is the only way to change. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing. You've got nothing, I'll keep hustling. I've seen a lot of people who don't know what work is. I've seen a lot of people who don't know what thirst is. I've had a taste of evil and tried to cure the sickness, but I just keep my head down and focus on the facts. I'm setting down gravel while you just follow the path. I'll lead them into battle while you're just too scared to act. I'll leave the knife right in my back. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing. You've got nothing, I'll keep hustling.
All right, guys, I have to apologize. I had to go in and switch that grease over to this gun because this has a flexible hose, and I have a really nice tip on there that grabs hold of the Zerk fittings. So, you know, I'll squeeze a little bit out. Yeah, that is the Fuel Ox grease, the Infinity Lube. So my chickens are having a fit over there. Let's go ahead and cue the music and get to putting some grease on this thing. All right, Fuel Ox Infinity Lube, the grease. The first thing I noticed was when I was greasing the machine, it has like a soft, buttery texture, which gives it a different feel when you're squeezing the trigger, as well as when you go to wipe off all of your Zerk fittings, it definitely gives you more of a smear. Hopefully that smear will mean that it's going to smear on the pins a little better, but the soft, buttery texture of it, I hope stays in there. So that's the first thing I noticed. We're going to use a couple of the other things. The spray lubricant is actually just like a WD-40. The only thing is it doesn't have air in the bottle. Apparently there's a sack in there, and then the bottle is pressurized around the sack. So whereas like WD-40 or another product like that, they say that you can shoot air, you know, if you turn a can upside down or something like that. We went ahead and put all the other stuff in the shed. We're getting ready to jump in here, and we're just going to exercise all the joints that we just lubricated. So in about 6 months, we'll check back, and I'll let you know how this stuff looks, how it's wearing, you know, if I have any creaks, groans, or moans. And while you guys are here, if you go down in the description, we're going to have a code down there. I believe you can get like 10% off or 25% off. I'll put a note there in the description to let you know what that is. So there will be a link to these products with a discount by using that link, as well as maybe a password. I'm not sure how all that works, but yeah, Fuel Ox. We got it looking good. We're gonna try to maintain it good. Making case great again, 2023. Here we go. We're going to do our first job. I'll show a couple of pictures of that first job when we get done with it, and as well as in the middle of it. So yeah, here we go.
So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing. You've got nothing, I'll keep hustling.
All right, so I guess this is officially the first job with the Case 1845C.